Bicycle, bicycle, I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I'm so sorry about that. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy, Vitamin M, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon Silver. In the last episode, we finished up exploring most of what Goldenrod City had to offer us, and we made our way to Route 35 here. So as you see, I just kind of went north of where I last left you guys off here. But in this episode, we're going to be catching a new team member to be added, and catching up on things that I didn't tell you guys. So this guy right here, this bug catcher, his name is Arnie, and he can be pretty darn helpful if there's a Pokemon you want here. So, if you get his phone number after you beat him, and obviously he can rematch you and different things like that, but every so often he will call you and let you know that there's a swarm of a Pokemon on this route called Yanma. So Yanma is a bug flying type, which it's pretty meh in this game. It gets no bug type moves actually, which, you know, granted, bug type moves aren't really that great in this game anyways. But it's really fast. It can hit kind of meh, but it's really not that great. It really doesn't get the help it needs until it can evolve into Yanmega in Generation 4. So, yeah, it's really worth passing up on. It's not that great. It's, yeah, but he'll let you know when they are here if you want to add that to Pokédex. And speed boost and abilities aren't even a thing yet, so it can't even get that on its side. But, yeah, so there's that. You can also start to, well, you can catch some Pokemon now here in Crystal that we've come across before. There's Iggly Buff, Psyduck, Growlithe, Abra. Drowsy's still here. I didn't mention, but Nidoran female and Nidoran male can actually be only caught in Gold and Silver here. And as it turns out, this is the team member that I want to add. So, I know I've played through this game many times, and there's been a couple times I've tried using a Nidoking, and I just never completed the game with it. But I want to make this the run where I finally do a full playthrough with a Nidoran here. So, as I was saying, Nidoran is a very dead Pokemon right now. Crap. Wow. I really just did that. Okay. That really sucks. But there's a 30% chance you'll see them out here in the wild, and these guys are only available here in Gold and Silver, not in Crystal, so just keep that in mind. But really fantastic Pokemon, I think. When it evolves, I forgot to mention this also, when it evolves in a Nidoqueen or Nidoking, depending on which one you catch. What the heck, I'll go ahead and throw a ball. Depending on which one you catch, or well, irrelevant of which one you catch, it will be a poison ground type. So it gains that ground type when it fully evolves. Darn it, well I know. Okay. I should probably switch out here. So Pokemon... let's go with Kenya here. Kenya's gonna save the day right here. Awesome, fully paralyzed. Alright, so we're gonna peck it. Oh wow, that actually did more than I thought it would. Okay, that's pretty cool. But, you know, this is a Pokemon I really like, and as I've said before, I'm definitely more of an offensive guy rather than defense. It's not that Nidoqueen's bad, I just prefer having the higher attack stat rather than the higher defense stat. So, Nidoking is definitely a Pokemon I really like, and I really do like how it has a versatility factor to it where it can really do a lot with different moves you give it. And it learns so many different moves. It can learn all 3 of those punches that you can buy in Goldenrod. But that is going to be our new team member, and that is just awesome right there. That is so awesome. Team member number 3 right here. So we're looking pretty good here. I don't want to fight that guy. But this right here is going to be TM04, which is Rollout. This was a game, yeah. This was a move introduced in this game where it is a Rock-type move, which consecutively gets stronger as it hits, and it can hit up to 5 turns, which is definitely pretty darn nice if I do say so myself. So Deposit, who is the most useless? We don't need Rocky. And we definitely don't need Togepi. So just deposit there. Bellsprout can hang on here. Kenya we're going to need to deliver to that guy. Withdraw. Welcome to the team, Nidoran. It's going to be awesome. Okay. And any Pokemon that you put in the PC and then withdraw automatically will be automatically healed. So that's definitely pretty darn nice. So, there was one other thing that I forgot to mention when it came to the daycare couple. In Pokemon Crystal, they will give you an odd egg, which is basically another egg for you, and there's that other officer there that can fight you at nighttime. Basically, they will give you an egg, the odd egg, and that is your second egg to deal with, rather than just Togepi. This is an only Pokemon Crystal version, keep in mind. And within it, you can get one of the newly introduced baby Pokemon in this game. And that's definitely pretty darn cool, if I do say so myself. I'm gonna go ahead and train Nidoran here as I'm going through this. But basically, there are a couple things that make this egg pretty darn cool. So as I said, there's a chance to get some of the new baby Pokemon that are introduced in this game, which they have a lot of fantastic choices. So starting off, there's Pichu, which is the baby version of Pikachu, basically. You know, it's pretty good. It's not too bad. If you want to get it all the way to Raichu, you're going to have a Thunderstone. It's worth passing up because of that. Raichu isn't the best electric type. It's just really, really fast, but it can't really take hits that well. So just keep that in mind. What else? There's also Clefa, which is the baby version of Clefairy. It will fully evolve with the Moonstone and a Clefable. It's a pretty darn good Pokemon. It can stand up to things, it can hit pretty good with its special attack and special defense. It's definitely a nice Pokemon. There is Iggly Buff, which is the baby version of Jigglypuff. Oh yeah, that was awesome. Got a new level right off the bat there. So that was pretty great. I'm just going to be switching them out here. Iggly Buff is going to be the baby version of Jigglypuff, which I've gone over. Then there's going to be Tyrogue. Tyrogue is a pure fighting type introduced in this game that evolves into 3 different Pokemon based off of its stats. At level 20, if its attack is higher than its defense, it will evolve into Hitmonlee, which is a very fast and very attackative fighting type. Really, really great Pokemon, I have to say. If its defense is higher than its attack, it will evolve into Hitmonchan, which Hitmonchan is more defensive, obviously, between the two, but a lot of its pull comes from the fact that it can learn Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, while naturally leveling up, or so, and get some versatility with that. But unfortunately, its special attack stat is just terrible, so it doesn't get that help until Generation 4, unfortunately. But, you know, it's okay. Crap, I didn't think it was going to hit that hard. It's not the best choice, though. And then third is Hitmontop, which is newly introduced in this game. If its attack and its defense stat are the same at level 20. So, Hitmontop is not really that great in this game. If you want to know some good fighting moves, I highly recommend you get Hitmonlee and then have it breed to get another Tyrogue, which is way, 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 way too much work. But you'll be able to get Tyrogue another way eventually if you don't get him in that egg, but Hitmontop is really worth passing up in this game. It's definitely more the bulky and hard hitting. It's definitely a really great Pokemon. It just doesn't get the moves to really back its fighting type up, which is really, really unfortunate, because it is a really nice Pokemon. Next is Smoochum, which is the baby version of Jinx. It's a Psychic Ice type, as weird as that is. I also forgot to mention that Clefa is normal. Fairy types are not a thing. So, yeah. So, Smoochum is... it's not too defensive, but it hits pretty hard, special attack-wise. Obviously, as the Ice and Psychic type would probably imply. And it's actually pretty fast. It's actually a really nice Pokemon. And Smoochum can, I believe, maybe not in this game, but it can naturally learn Psychic, unlike Jinx. So that's definitely a nice touch to it. And then next there's Elkid. Elkid is an electric type, which is the baby version of Electabuzz. Now this Pokemon is awesome. It is so good. It's fast, it hits hard, it's got a lot of versatility when it comes to physical and special attacks, and it can learn a lot of those punches too with its signature move, Thunder Punch. It is a fantastic Pokemon, and if you get that, you're pretty much straight for an electric type, because in Crystal version, you cannot get Mareep. So L-Kit is definitely probably, I would say, the best out of all of them, given the rarity of other Pokemon in the game, but it is a very good Pokemon, Electabuzz. It doesn't get Electrofire, but it doesn't really need it, I would say, but that's my personal opinion. And then finally is Magby, which is the baby version of Magmar. Magmar is basically the twin, if you will, to Electabuzz. It's a fire type, and it's actually really good. It can't really stand up physically defensive-wise. Its defense stat's a little lower, but it hits hard, it's pretty fast. Not as fast as Electabuzz, but it's basically the corollary, where its signature move is Fire Punch, and it is a fantastic Pokemon. It is awesome. You'll be able to catch Magmar eventually in Gold and Silver here, if you didn't catch Cyndaquil, and I highly recommend picking it up. It is such a great Pokemon. It is fantastic. I really like it. It is awesome to use. It is a blast. But, yeah, that is the egg right there that you can catch, and the other thing that makes it so nice is that it actually has the ability to it actually has an increased chance of giving you a shiny Pokemon with 14%. So, with that in mind, I'll talk more about that as I head into the National Park right here. So this is kind of an area newly introduced, well, obviously in this game. This is a pretty nice area, but I want to talk to this lady right here. Pay attention, please. Oops, I have to quit thinking like a teacher all the time. You must be a Pokemon trainer. Since you're working so hard, I want you to have this. Vitamin received the Quick Claw. Now, the Quick Claw is a fantastic item. This is basically a move, as she'll explain here. Let a Pokemon hold that Quick Claw. Sometimes it will strike first during battle. It is fantastic, especially for slower Pokemon that can hit hard, just like Flaffy right here. So that's going to be awesome. So I'm going to give it the Quick Claw. I prefer to give it the Quick Claw over the Magnet, because it's nice when it can hit first and just deal with Pokemon a little bit more easily. There are some trainers that we can fight right here, but basically the new Pokemon that is available to you here is a Pokemon by the name of Sunflora. It is a grass, it's a pure grass type, and it actually has the lowest stats of any Pokemon, period. It is awful. Pass up on it, it's not worth anything, and if anything, in this game especially, a grass type is not necessary whatsoever. It evolves in a Sunflora using a Sunstone, which you'll be able to catch with an event in the National Park here, which I'll be going into detail later. But it's not worth your time, period. It's slow, it is not that defensive, it's awful. Don't even bother, period. It sucks completely. Just skip on it. But there is another item here in the National Park that we can get that I really do suggest you grab. So, but as I was explaining with the Odd Egg, with shiny Pokemon there's a 14% chance that the Pokemon will be shiny when out in the normal field of battle. I think you guys are going to like this. The chances of finding a shiny Pokemon in this game are 1 in 8,192. It's basically almost impossible to come across one. Yeah, that's a really low circumstance. And shiny Pokemon, for whatever reason, have a lot of pull. I never thought they were that big of a deal to me. I didn't really care too much, but they're definitely really nice to have if you can be able to trade it and get something really good out of it. That's how I always viewed them, but you know, it's a chance to get a shiny Pokemon a lot easier there. TM29 there is going to be Dig, which is a really strong ground type move. On the first move, you dig a hole, so you evade any attacks that are on the field of battle, except for something like Earthquake, which strikes underground. And on the second move, you strike. And is a really powerful move. It's really nice. And getting to avoid being hit by something for the first turn is kind of nice. But yeah, So, really good stuff right there. So, with that in mind, with the odd egg carried over and everything like that, oh, the other Pokemon I forgot to mention on this route that you can catch here also is Snubbull, Pokemon Crystal version. We'll be able to catch Snubbull, as I said, later in Gold and Silver, but not quite yet. When it comes to swarms, also I forgot to mention Hiker Anthony on Route 33, the one east of Azalea Town. If you get his number, he'll be able to call you for swarms of Dunsparce, which really is not that worth it. But I also remembered looking over my old videos that I never did a bio for Rattata, so Rattata, skip it. There's so many better normal types, don't even bother. But yeah, so that's a lot going on, but in the next episode of Pokemon Silver, we're going to be taking down Whitney at the gym, and I'll be seeing you guys there. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next episode. Vitamin M, I'm out, dudes.